into tonight's Knicks game against Atlanta, I want to ask Tom Thibodeau a question about the last outing. Why did you pull Emmanuel quickly out when he was bringing the team back in the game and it squandered any hopes of beating Utah? What is it with you constantly catering to Julius Randle, Tibbs? Especially now that we're seeing this son of a bitch has proven to be quite the powder keg. Now, thank God he's not in the lineup tonight due to a quad injury. That being said, what the hell, Tibbs? How could you be that much of a tin man to put this low brain, emotionally inept SOB back in the court when he was not needed? Throwing the fact that Barrett has been gassing out in games as of late with bad shot selection after bad shot after bad shot. It makes me wonder, Tin Man Thibodeau, why do you keep going down this road? Now, keep in mind, at this point, I pretty much declared the Knicks have got no chance of getting into the postseason, let alone the play-in tournament. Their game is against Atlanta tonight with a chance to sweep the season series. Games that they were lucky to win that they got some sufficient wins in until their bullshit 7-game losing streak in February knocked them pretty much out of the playoff hunt because Thibodeau's a fucking idiot when it comes to rotations. A damn slowpoke when it comes to making good rotations with his lineups. Now, I'm just looking ahead to the 2022 NBA draft. On paper, you would say Ty Washington fills the need of a point guard the team desperately needs. But the problem is Ty is not that great of a guard. My choice would be Dyson Daniels. Now, for context's sake, let's go over the missed opportunities in the draft the Knicks have had going all the way back to 2002. And then I'll go over the guys the Knicks have acquired in the draft since 2002. Let's start with the guys they squandered. They didn't get. They should have gotten but failed to do due to bad decisions. Now, the pick we traded to the Nuggets in 2002 ended up turning into Nene. We got Frank Williams when we could have gotten Amari Stoudemire instead with that pick. No joke. The other pick we had that year, Milos Vucenic, who hasn't been used in years from what I understand. 2003. Knicks drafted Michael Sweetney when they could have gotten Nick Collison. In 2004. We trade in a dumbass trade to get Stephon Marbury made by Isaiah Thomas, one of his many fuck-ups. Now, it's debatable we could have gotten this piece, but if we didn't, we would have lost 5 more games, but we would have gotten the piece we would have had. Andre Iguodala. That would have turned out into Andre Iguodala. The draft pick we traded to get Marbury, that turned into Kirk Snyder. Not much of a loss in that case. Iggy was the bigger loss, to be honest. Second round draft pick we got was Trevor Ariza. I didn't mind this, but he was fucked over by Larry Brown badly. And the 2003 pick the Knicks got in the second round was Slavko Varanis. Never heard of him, to be honest. And before you ask, never heard of him. 2005. Knicks drafted Channing Frye when they could have moved up and coughed up a couple of the 2008 draft pick and 6 and 8 draft picks to Portland to get Chris Paul. Oh, with the number 3 pick. Instead, we got Channing Frye and we also landed David Lee with another first round pick that we got by way of getting Malik Rose from San Antonio the previous year. Our other second round pick was from Houston in the form of Dejon Thompson. Was Dejon Thompson. It was Dejon Thompson. We didn't do much with. 2006, in the dumb move that shipped Eddie Curry out to Chicago to us in exchange for both our 06 and 07 first round picks, the number 2 pick we trade away became LaMarcus Aldridge. And who did we get with the pick from Toronto? Ronaldo Balkman, instead of Rajon Rondo, who was taken with the next pick by the Suns before he got traded to Boston. And the 2007 pick we stupidly traded away to Chicago. Hold on, let me just check if Knicks has a second round pick. Second round picks. Oh, we also got Marty Collins in the first round from San Antonio, which was in the other half of that deal. I didn't mind that one. Didn't know about him. Can't believe I forgot that one. And the second round pick we coughed up to the Rockets, that ended up being Steve Novak. And that was done in a trade to get Kelvin Cato, Catino Mobley, and Moochie Norris. What the fuck were you thinking, Isaiah Thomas? (2007) The number 9 pick we coughed up to Chicago, Joakim Noah. We ended up getting Wilson Chandler instead. In round 1, and had no pick in round 2. Though I liked Wilson, to be honest, he was a solid small 4. 2008, Danilo Gallinari in round 1. I actually liked him. No second round pick. In 2007, if we had kept our first pick in the 06, if we kept our 07 pick, we would have gone with Aaron Aflalo, for those wondering. Anyway, 2008, since we kept our first round pick, we ended up getting Danilo Gallinari instead of Russell Westbrook and Kevin Love. 2009, Jordan Hill instead of Steph Curry. In round 1, no round 2 pick. 2010, no first round pick because we coughed up to Phoenix, who traded away to Utah to get Gordon Hayward. And we got Landry Fields in round 2. Again, another piece we used poorly. Blame D'Antoni for that one, for screwing that one up. I'm getting there, Ref. I'm getting there. There's who the Knicks should draft. I'm getting there, buddy. Let me just carry on through this. 2011 drafted Amon Shumpert. Though you could say we missed out on pieces like getting Alec Burks out of the gate. either Kemba or Burks out of the gate. But given how bad both have turned out, bad move to get them. Jimmy Butler, but he was too low on the list. Same thing with Kenneth Fareed. And some would say Kawhi Leonard, but that was debatable. Well, so I didn't mind the Shumpert pickup in round one. Second round pick, I don't think we had one. Knicks had one that year in 11. Nope. 2012, we coughed up our first round pick for Royce White for the Rock to the Rockets, which was a dumb move. But then again, White didn't amount to anything. But here were the guys we could have gotten if we kept that pick. We could have gotten anyone from Jeremy Lamb, Kendall Marshall, John Henson, Mo Harkless, Ty Zeller, a rookie Evan Fournier, where we could have developed him instead of turning him into what he is now, Andrew Nicholson, and so forth. Second round, we ended up getting. Heck, we could even grab Draymond Green if given the chance with that pick. Instead, we ended up grabbing Kostas Nicolau, or however you pronounce his name, with our second round pick. Oh, but wait, it gets even worse, folks. You think good chunk of those picks were bad? It gets even worse. 2013, Tim Hardaway Jr. instead of Rudy Gobert in the first round. 2014, Anthony Early and Giannis Antetokounmpo. When with the former pick, we could have gotten Nikola Jokic. Now, I didn't mind either of the second round picks we got from Dallas with Phil Jackson's move, though a lot of people hated Jackson and wanted to punch him for the Tyson Chandler move, shipping Tyson out for Jose Calderon and two second round picks from Dallas. 2015, Kristaps Porzingis instead of Devin Booker. No pick in 2016 since we stupidly gave one of them away in the Mello trade. Two 2017, Frankie Lakina and Damian Johnson when we could have used the form to get Donovan Mitchell, but because Phil Jackson's a fucking tunnel vision tyrant who was too lazy to do the job properly and wanted to pick someone who was adept at using at playing the triangle, he chose Ntilikina, the dumbass son of a bitch. Two 2018, instead of someone like, say, one of the Bridges brothers, Kevin Knox in round one, Mitchell Robinson in round two. Though the Mitchell pick has kind of panned out about better than one would expect. I don't know what we could have gotten out of Isaac Bonga, but it probably wouldn't have been much anyway. 2019, RJ Barrett and Kyle Guy, the latter of whom was shipped out to Sacramento for Ignas Brazdeikis. Not that we used Ignas all that much. 2020, Obi Toppin and Emmanuel Quickly, both in the first round. Though we originally got Leandro Bolarmo, who we shipped out to Minnesota to get quickly from OKC. And no second round pick. And then this past draft. I mean, instead of Obi, you know who I would have picked to grab? Either Jalen Smith, Tyrese Haliburton, Cole Anthony. Any one of those guys would have been a better pickup in the 2020 draft. Or even Tyrese fucking Maxey. And then this past draft. Keon Johnson, who we traded out for Quentin Grimes in the first round. Miles McBride. I forgot about him. And Jericho Sims. When in the last draft, you know who I would have gotten with that pick based on where our initial pick was at 21? Draymond. That's who I would have picked. Because this team needs a damn point guard. As for who would I take in the 2022 draft with the number 10 pick, which is where the Knicks are sitting now, salute Gideon. I would say who I said on Sunday to Guillermo and the Legion podcast. Grab Dyson Daniels. He's a good all around two guard. Can play the one if he wants to. And should be a decent acquisition if the Knicks are smart enough to get him. But knowing them, they're going to find some way to cock this up and get either another big guy or another fucking two guard that doesn't fit the bill. We need a point guard or a very, very versatile two guard who can play the one better than Burks can at this point. Gideon, in regards to tonight's game, I basically don't see the Knicks having much chance of a win. If they do win, it's barely. Otherwise, Trae Young is going to fucking torch them. Sure, on paper, the Hawks have sucked on the road. And they're basically now hanging on to that 10 slot in the play-in tournament by a fucking thread. And I would know what the Knicks are up against coming up soon. I mean, I'm going to the game against the Hornets tomorrow night. A team that is being clawing to stay in the play-in. They've won 5. The Hornets have won 5 in a row. And this is the longest I've done a Knicks rant for. It is getting that hard to deal with this team. I don't give a rat's ass that Thibodeau's got 3 more years left on his contract. But the sooner this son of a bitch is gone, the sooner that tactically inclined to tunnel vision Tin Man, this meadow-minded moron, is out of the Big Apple, the better. As far as I'm concerned. Tibbs let his Coach of the Year title go to his head. Randall let his MIP award last year go to his head. And it has screwed over the Knicks badly. You damn right we play for numbers, Gideon. There is no accountability with this team. Not from the front office, not from the coaching staff, not from the players. There is little to no accountability to go around with this bunch of dumbasses. Last year, this team was playing like a unit that worked for the benefit of a whole. Now it has regressed back to being a meritocracy hell bent on grabbing the brass ring. Enough is fucking enough, as far as I'm concerned. I'm done with this rant. Leave a comment, smash the like, sub to the channel. Mets2128 signing out. Goodbye, and good fucking night. Bang!